In the current market, what is the best way to get passive income?
I can show you a few methods, and also I show you what is the best way to go. Invest money in the bank, buy cryptocurrency, gold and silver, or invest in stock and shares, buy cars, watches. I wouldn't invest none of those methods. I would invest in properties. Property is the most safest, secure method to invest your money. That's the only method you can leverage your cash. Property gives you option to make your passive income. So invest your money in properties.
I don't have any time or experience in property. Is there anything else I need to know before I start investing?
When we invest in properties, we follow a rule called property investment triad. Let me explain to you.
Hi Rashy, I have £100,000 in savings and I'm looking to invest. In the current market, what is the best way to get passive income?
Well done, and congratulations, you have £100,000 in your savings. I can show you a few methods people invest in UK at the moment, and also I show you what is the best way to go. You can open up a savings account and invest money in the bank, buy cryptocurrency, and invest in gold and silver, or invest in stock and shares, buy cars or watches. So these are the very popular methods you have in the market, and I wouldn't invest none of those methods. I would invest in properties. The reason being is property is the most safest, secure method to invest your money, and also that's the only method you can leverage your cash. So property gives you option to leverage your cash and makes your passive income. So invest your money in properties.
Great, thanks for the information. I'll go invest in property now. Is there anything else I need to know before I start investing?
Brilliant. How much experience and knowledge or time do you have to invest in properties?
I don't have any time or experience in property, so what should I do then?
When we invest in properties, we follow a rule called property investment triad. So let me explain to you. So there is three things we are looking for when we invest in properties. So first is time. So somebody need to have time to do the deal sourcing, looking for the properties and dealing with the tenants and guests. And the other thing is you need experience and knowledge. You need to have the experience of looking for the great deals and knowledge of where to invest and how to find a good deal. And third point is you need to have money in the investment. So there are the three things. You need the time, you need the experience, and you need money. So this is the property investment triad. I'm going to show you our 6 C's. They are one of our golden rules we go by when we invest in properties. Capacity, city, capital, cash flow, check, contingency. So these are the 6 C's we always go by when we invest in properties. So our first C is capacity. So what we look for a capacity, we always invest in 3 to 4 bedroom houses. And the reason is being, when I first started, we had 1 and 2 bedroom houses and flats. And we always have tenants keep coming in and going out. It's called transiency. And the reason being is when one person move in, then they start a family, and then the space is not enough, they move out. And each tenant changeover cost about £1,500, and let's say over 10 years it's going to cost us £15,000, which is quite a lot of money. So the first golden rule is 3 to 4 bedroom houses, no flats, only 3 to 4 bedroom houses. Second C is city. So what's that mean? you don't need to buy your property or invest in the area you live in. So we always look for the area which give us the maximum return for our investment. So same as because I'm living in Milton Keynes, I don't invest in Red Bull racing, right? That's a silly thing to do. I can invest in any other company anywhere in the country, right? So same as the properties, you don't need to be living in the city for you to invest. For example, let's say if you want to invest £100,000 or £150,000, you can buy a property in York, and that gives you £700 rental income a month. But if you go further up, in Scarborough, you can buy 2 properties for the same money, and it will give you about £1,200 rental income. So that's why the city where you invest is very important, and look for the maximum return. So that's why the second golden rule is city where you invest. So third C is the capital growth. On average, UK property increase about 7.9% a year. That's from the national statistics of the house price index. And to get that 7.9%, you need to invest in an area with about at least 80,000 people, and within a good school catchment area, and good transport links, and about 5 to 7 miles from a major city centre. That's how you get the perfect capital growth. Fourth C is the cash flow check. When we bought the property, we make sure we don't have to put any more money after we bought the property. So we do a check on this. So this is how it works. We make sure all the expenses like the mortgage, maintenance fees, insurance, and the estate agent's fees, all covered by the rent, plus the 11 months of rent income will cover 12 months of expenses. So the reason is, let's say if we rent it for 11 months and the 12th month is vacant, we need to make sure the 11 months of rent income we got covers the entire year. So that's the check. Right, the fifth C is the check. So we always test the rental demand. How are we going to do it? We going to advertise the property before we bought it. We put it for rent, and we look for how many tenants are inquiring about the property. And if we have more than 10 inquiries within a week, we're going ahead with the purchase. Why? If only 1 or 2 inquiries, then that means tenant is choosing us. So we have no option to go with that tenant. But if we have 10 inquiries, then we can choose the tenant, and then we can ask all the guarantees and all the previous records, everything. So it's very important you have at least 10 inquiries within a week. And if you don't have that inquiries, walk away. You don't go with the purchase. Yeah. Now we are come to the last C, the sixth C, which is contingency. We always keep 4.5% of our investment as a contingency. So what's that mean in your case? For example, let's say if you have £100,000, we only invest 95,500, and we keep £4,500 in a rainy day account. And if anything happens, that's our cash buffer. So in that way, with a strong cash flow and a contingency, you will never ever have to put any more money into the deal. It's very important. So this is how we invest in properties, and I hope I explained to you our process. Do you have any more questions for me?
I have no questions. Let's get to work.
I'm Rashy from Beachhampton Property Investments. I'm specialized in service accommodations and large holiday lets. We have specialized teams to build world-class portfolios. At the moment, I'm looking for investors with £500,000 plus who would like a safe, secure return for their investment. Do you know anyone like that? Please share our contact details in the description.